Well, good morning, everybody. Happy New Year. This is going to be my very first video of 2023. Some things that I've kind of run across that I want to show off. I have purchased off of Amazon for about 16 bucks 50 of these burlap bags. And they run about 3.5 inches long. They're a little bit large for 1/6 scale. But what it is, they come with a drawstring. They come in multiple colors. And I've got 3 different things to fill it with. One is kitty litter. And the only problem with that is that you have you make your emplacement and it smells like a cat box. So there's that, but it will fill it nicely. I've also got, you can get pumice rock that you can fill it with. Makes it go a lot faster than sand, I suppose. But what I'm considering doing is a couple of things. Is, if you do fill it with a pumice rock, you get kind of a lightweight fill that once you start stacking them up, they'll get a little rounded and they're a little light and they don't quite fit on each other. But once you close that sucker up and cinch it, you got a sandbag. Now, again, the pumice rock is a little lightweight. So, I don't know if I want to use that, or I could use a mix because I do have a large bucket of actual sand and rock here, and I filled one in, and it does pretty good. It's got enough weight to it. It ties up at the end like that, fold it under, and start stacking them until you have a gun emplacement. One thing I'm thinking about doing is spinning them inside out, because they're a little wide. This is a pretty wide piece, but once it's filled up, it's going to round off and everything. But we could is fold them inside out, and to make them narrower, then sew along one seam to make it narrower like this, and then turn them back inside out, fill them up with sand, so like actual sand, and then fold it in like this, and then put it under the sewing machine so it sews across the top, so they end up more square. Just snip off either end of this and then just sew it shut like that. But it would be narrower and it wouldn't be as heavy, and be more about like this. That's how they should kind of in scale look. They're a little more rectangular than they are almost, you get more square out. But if you don't want to do all that, it is as simple as cinch it up, tie it off, throw it in the stack. And it's a bag of 50 of these for 15 bucks. And that's the cheapest thing I've ever found on. And just the idea came to me just looking through little jewelry sacks, and I came across burlap. Didn't find OD green, but this is a fine camel color. Anyway, so that's idea number 1 for 2023. Idea number 2 came to me from, I don't know where I saw it. They were getting double wine boxes, but I found single wine boxes with a sliding drawer that you could get your printer or whoever it is to make the size, but it holds a figure, and it's even got a little spot for the neck to go into. The only problem is this is only 4 inches wide, and believe it or not, the shoulder width of G.I. Joe is larger than that, so he goes in a little bit crooked, but he does fit in there, and he holds. And there's another piece that slides down on there. You can immobilize his neck for shipment or whatever you wanted to do. But they're 13 something inches long, 4 inches wide, 4 inches tall. And I think they make great storage boxes because they're not cardboard or anything, but seems like they might last longer. But this thing slides right in there, and it makes a neat little box. You even got a carrying handle on one end. You could even drill a couple holes and put one on the other end so you can make it like a half a Footlocker. And I thought that was pretty neat. Anyway, that's my first short, and I'm going to cut this under 6 minutes and post this on for my very first video of the year. Please like and subscribe if you like my idea. And this goes out to the axis of awesome. Guys, y'all have a good new year.